Good day, sir. I am Crisnel Sosa. I'm going to discuss about web technologies. Web technologies refers to the means by which computers communicate with each other using markup languages and multimedia packages. So, a web technologies, it describes how multimedia packages and markup languages are used to connect computers to one another. So, when we say markup languages, it is a standard text encoding system consisting of a set of symbols inserted in a text document to control its structure, formatting, or the relationship between its parts. The example of markup languages is BBC, HTML, SGML, and XML. Yung common talaga na ginagamit na markup languages are SGML, HTML, and SML. And also, when we say multimedia packages, it means that a variety of media including text, graphics, animation, video, and music are used to communicate knowledge to the student through a computer. The human involvement of a multimedia package is one of its key characteristics. Web technology are the various tools and techniques that are utilized in the process of communication between different types of devices over the internet. That means web technologies has different tools and strategies used in the process of communicating with various sorts of devices through the internet. Examples: mail, email, telephones, cell phones, smartphones, text messaging, and etc. To understand this term in a better manner, let's break it down into two pieces: web and technology. Web refers to the World Wide Web, more commonly known as WWW. It first came into being in 1989 when famous scientist and engineer Tim Berners-Lee came up with an efficient mechanism to share resources between scientists all over the world. That means all the public websites or pages that people can view on their personal computers and other internet connected devices. For example, Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Wikipedia. Technology is a branch of knowledge that deals with the creation and use of technical means and their interrelation with life. So when we say technology, it examines the development, application, and interaction of technical methods with the living things. For example, computers, internet, cell phones, and etc.
Good day everyone, I am Jetro Malabar of Group 1, and at this juncture we're going to talk about the two types of web technology, the client side and the server side. Okay, so just a quick gist, quick fact. So these two terms were often referred to or associated by web developers as the front end and the back end, but to tell you, these terms are actually different and possesses different meaning. Okay, so and since we're in this juncture, we're talking about the two types of web technology, so let's give more focus on that. Okay, so like what I have said or discussed earlier, we have these two types of web technology, the client side and the server side. Okay, so first let us discuss what is the client side. So client side, or the clients, is the one who requests specific information or data or page from a server by typing into the browser. And on the other hand, the server side or the servers are the one who serves. Okay, they are the one who serves, so they are basically computer devices where data and information can be stored. So example of this information and data are files of your application. Okay, so knowing these two, the client side and the server side, we can come up with a concept or a model or a technology called client server technology or model. So in this technology or in this model, so client or users, user computers can communicate to each other via network with a centralized servers to get the data they need instead of communicating directly to each other. So why does this technology uh, used? So this type of technology or this type of model is used because they are more reliable and powerful compared to the local devices of the user. So they are since they are constantly maintained and kept in a controlled environment, so there so it is or it can be ensured that they're always active and available. Okay, so knowing that, let's have an example on how the client side and the server side works, or how they works together. Okay, so for instance, a client browse in browse the internet and type in, so he types https www.google.com, and in the browser bar, and after by typing that, so this results in a request to DNS, or the domain name servers for the IP address of https www.google.com, and the DNS servers uh, responds by serving the IP address to the browser. Okay, so after that, next, the user's browser makes request to Google servers using the IP address for the content that may appear on the page, such as a text, search bar, or a pictures. So basically, that's how the client side and the server side works together. So by simply typing https www.google.com, so we can have an example on, or we can see the client side and the server side in action. Okay, so basically that's the two types, or the two sides of web technology. So the client side and the server side. Okay, so in this part, so we have discussed the definition of both the client and the server side and how they works. Okay, so I guess that would be all for this part, and I hope that you have learned something, and I hope that you can use it. Okay, you can use it for our learning competencies. Okay, so I guess that would be all, and thank you for your time and listening.